Welcome to my channel. Today, I will share a story that delves deep into the macabre and mysterious. Prepare to enter a world where a seemingly innocent act of planting seeds leads to unearthly horrors. As we journey through this tale, you will experience the dark and unsettling events that follow the discovery of something far more sinister beneath the soil. Let's dive into this chilling story. I stumbled upon the seeds at a local market, nestled among the usual agricultural supplies. The vendor, a wizened old man with eyes that seemed to hide secrets, offered them to me with a knowing smile. They were unlike any seeds I had seen before, dark, almost metallic in their sheen, and engraved with strange symbols. Intrigued by their unusual appearance and the vendor's cryptic warnings, I decided to purchase them, unaware of the dark path I was about to tread. I planted the seeds in my field, eager to see what would grow. As days turned into weeks, the seeds began to sprout. The plants grew quickly, their leaves an unsettling shade of green, and their flowers a deep, almost unnatural hue. I was initially pleased with their rapid growth, but it soon became clear that there was something profoundly wrong. One evening, as I was tending to the garden, I noticed something peculiar. The plants seemed to emit a faint, eerie glow under the moonlight. It was then that I began to hear whispers carried by the wind, soft, disembodied voices that seemed to come from the ground itself. At first, I dismissed it as my imagination, but the whispers grew more distinct and menacing with each passing night. The true horror began when I noticed the field's transformation. The soil seemed to shift and move on its own, and strange symbols appeared on the ground. The plants started to wither, and as they did, I discovered something horrifying. Beneath the surface, I found remnants of long-dead bodies. As I dug deeper, I realized that the plants were not just drawing nutrients from the soil. They were drawing something far more sinister: spirits. Each time a plant withered, a spirit was released. These were not just random spirits, but those of people who had once lived in the area. They seemed to be bound to the land, their souls trapped beneath for generations. As the plants grew and died, these spirits were set free, their anguish cries filling the night air. Desperate to understand what was happening, I sought out the vendor who sold me the seeds. He revealed the dark truth. The seeds were cursed, designed to awaken the spirits of the dead. The curse had been placed on the land centuries ago, and the seeds were the key to unleashing its full power. The spirits were bound to the soil, and the plants were the conduit through which their torment was unleashed. I was left with no choice but to destroy the plants and attempt to rid the land of the curse. The process was harrowing. I had to dig up the roots and burn the plants, all while enduring the anguished wails of the spirits trapped within them. The land seemed to resist, fighting back with every ounce of its dark power. In the end, I managed to cleanse the land, but the experience left me forever changed. The whispers of the spirits lingered in my mind, a haunting reminder of the darkness that lay beneath the soil. The field, once fertile and promising, remained barren, a somber testament to the horrors I had uncovered. As I walked away from the desolate land, I couldn't help but wonder about the many other places that might harbor similar curses. The seeds, the spirits, and the ancient curse were now part of my past, but the knowledge of their existence would forever haunt me. In the months following the destruction of the cursed plants, life slowly returned to a semblance of normalcy, but I was never able to escape the memories of that harrowing experience. The field, now barren and lifeless, stood as a constant reminder of the horrors that had been unleashed. My attempts to resume a normal life were marked by a pervasive sense of unease, as if something was watching me from the shadows. One night, while I was trying to sleep, I was jolted awake by a chilling draft. The temperature in my room had plummeted, and the whispers that at once haunted my nightmares now seemed to fill the space around me. I could hear the voices clearly now, their tones filled with a mix of sorrow and anger. They were coming from the field, calling out to me. Driven by a sense of urgency, I ventured out to the field. Under the moonlight, I saw that the soil had begun to shift once more. The faint glow returned, more intense than before, and the symbols I had thought were gone had reappeared, glowing ominously. As I approached, I felt a presence in overwhelming force that made my heart race. I realized that the curse had not been fully lifted. The spirits were still trapped, their torment unending. The land seemed to be fighting back, resisting any attempt to cleanse it. I knew that I needed to find a more profound solution to rid the land of the curse for good. Determined, I reached out to experts in folklore and the occult, seeking their guidance. They informed me that the curse was tied to a powerful artifact buried deep beneath the field, a relic from an ancient civilization known for its dark rituals. To truly break the curse, I would need to find and destroy this artifact. With the help of these experts, I embarked on a grueling excavation. We uncovered ancient relics and inscriptions, evidence of the dark practices that had once plagued the land. After days of relentless digging, we finally unearthed the artifact, a stone tablet inscribed with arcane symbols and bound with iron chains. The tablet was pulsating with a dark energy, its surface covered in ancient runes that seemed to shift and writhe. The experts performed a series of rituals to neutralize its power, while I stood by, watching with a mix of fear and hope. The process was long and arduous, requiring intense concentration and a deep understanding of the ancient rites. As the final incantation was spoken, the tablet shattered into pieces. A surge of dark energy erupted from it, followed by an eerie silence. The whispers ceased, and the field's oppressive atmosphere began to lift. It felt as though a great weight had been removed, leaving a sense of peace in its place. With the artifact destroyed, I hoped that the curse had been lifted once and for all. The field, however, remained barren. It would take years for the land to recover, if ever. Though the spirits were now free, their release had come at a great cost. As I looked over the now silent field, I realized that my life had been forever changed by these events. The experience had shown me the depths of human fear and the power of the supernatural. While I had managed to rid the land of its curse, the memories of what had transpired would stay with me always. I learned that some things are better left undiscovered, and that the past, no matter how buried, can have a way of resurfacing when least expected. The field, now just an empty stretch of land, stands as a reminder of the darkness that once lurked beneath the surface and the lengths one must go to confront the unknown. Thank you for listening. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like and subscribe for more tales that delve into the darker corners of our world.